Hello, welcome back to Creeping and Colorful. This is going to be my run through of everything that I have colored so far for the month of May. I'm going to go through the not so spooky ones and hashtags and collabs that I have done in the month of May. And I'm going to start off with one that I just did, one video of the last video of month May today. Hopefully I can remember all of the ones that we had to have done for this month. I may be a little, oh, here's my page. I think we started with the Shetland sheepdog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boston Terrier. That's what we started with. And you know what I should do is be a little bit more aware of what I'm doing with these check marks over here. And then for the next month, do something a little different so I can tell them apart, like just put a dash. One of these days I'll get in the groove. So this is a hashtag dogs coloring collab. It is always posted on a Sunday. It is hosted by Disney and Coloring with Jamie. And if you want to check out all the information for that, you can check out Jamie's channel, or you can check out my other video, and or both. We do color dog pages and puppy or wolf pages, and I'm trying to keep along with what their book is because they have a book that they go through, and they do follow page by page. I've got the table of contents basically for that book, so I tried to do basically the same ones. Let me see what I have here. I did say we started with Boston Terrier. 1, 2, 3. Yep, Boston Terrier. Now let me see if I can find them all. And that okay, here it is. This is the Boston Terrier. Now all of these pages in this book and otherwise that I printed out are all done with Color watercolor pencils. I tried to do a fun fact for each one of them. There's some on these pages, and I also copy some. So there's the Boston Terrier. Havanese. Let me see if that one was probably one that I did here. This is the Havanese. Isn't that a cutie? I'm not really a dog person, but you know, I do like some. Huskies are my favorite. Alaskan Malamutes are my favorite. Let me see. What's next was the Bernese Mountain Dog. I think I had to do a, if I can find it. Bernese Mountain Dog, where are you? Okay. It's been one of those days all week, really. My mind is other places, and I apologize for that. That's not something you should have to deal with. But it is, and I apologize. Bernese Mountain Dog is right here. Kind of reminds me of a, you know, it escapes me, but the kind of dog I was thinking of. St. Bernard. That's what it was. Okay, and we have the English Springer Spaniel. Let me see if that one's in the book. Nope, that's another one. Here, there's that one. Kind of reminds me of a Cocker Spaniel, but it is in the Spaniel family. And the Mastiff, which is the video that I have up for today. So, those are all the dog pages I did for May for the hashtag dogs coloring collab. Now, I've done a few for Mandala Mondays with M-Beans coloring with me and crafting with Pat and More, and I've lost that tag, so I'm just going to try to go through each one that I have done that I can remember. Okay, I did this one, and I believe I did pastel chalk for the background. I've done gel pen, glitter gel pen for most of that. and like I said, the pastel background. Okay, I believe I did another one. Oh, I forgot to say, this is all out of the Johanna Basford Magical Jungle book. I did this one, basically the same, glitter gel pens, and also this on the back was gel sticks, King Art gel sticks. And I had done a little method with these flowers, is where I would take the lighter color gel pen, and then I would put a darker color gel pen over top, and while it was wet I would smush it with my fingers and it would make a shaded effect. And so I did that with the leaves, basically this, and some of the parts of this toucan. You can see. Just something I came across while I was like, oh crap, I gotta get that off of there, and it wouldn't move, and then I was like, oh, I like that effect. You know, one of those happy little accidents. Okay, now let me see if I can find another one that I may have done. Toward the back here, did chameleons, and those are, looks like marker, probably super tips, neon gel pens, regular gel pens. Also did that here again with the finger shading, and pastel background. I don't know if I've had another one. I think I did. Yep, the last one I believe, oh here it is. Last one I believe I did was this one, which was metallic marker on the background, and I did Prismacolor pencils. And then this is what the hashtag is, Mandala Mondays 26, hosted by at MB's Coloring with Me, and co-hosted by at Crafting with Pat and More. So that's what I did every Monday, and it's helping me fill my book. I also did backgrounds on a budget I do on Thursdays, and I did this last one. I did mention, I said, did I ruin a Johanna Basford page? I thought I did. I really did think I did on my little experiment with, you have to look at that. It was my experiment with the background, and actually I was a little bit stressed because what I was doing was actually covering up this writing. So what I did was then I just went for it, did the whole entire page in the way that I wanted to make it look, and with these colors, and then I just went over it with a gold gel pen first, and then I did the glitter gold marker, and I just did the whole thing. I'm gonna see if I have you down close enough so you can see this. The whole thing with that metallic gold glitter marker. So I saved it. I was happy. I mean, this up here is just a little blurb because I was doing stuff differently, but that's okay for me. With me, I don't care. I mean, I got the majority of it done. If you want to check out that video, it was the latest one. And then we had, I'm in the mythographic collective for May 26th. On Instagram, we have a book. You pick one of the mythographic books. They have a poll up, and if you have it, then you can color in it, because there's also pages that you pick. The page of the month was the water horse, which is okay to do because it is the year of the horse. And it was out of the book, the mythographic book Magical Earth by Joseph Cadenbang, and I was generously gifted this book along with a few other of Joseph Cadenbang's books to color in, by Elizabeth Vector. Thank you so much. So it's a hashtag mythographic collective May 26, hosted by a colorful mother of three and Lauren Reed Color. And so if you do not have the book, or that means you don't have the page, so they give you scavenger hunt items where you can pick these items in any other Mythographic Collective page, book, you know, and any other book that you do have. If you find any of these things, all of them or one of them or whatever, and you can color that page so you can still continue to participate. This is my water horse. I use color. No, wait. Let me think about this because I should have wrote it down. I know I used gel pens and markers, glitter markers, gold gel pens for the gold along the ends of the flowers. I did use Prismacolor pencils, and I also used King Art gel sticks for the background. And then I used also a paint stick. I don't know if you can see the gold around the outside, a gold paint stick. And I just went around and did that. And that is what I submitted for the May Mythographic Collective hashtag. Last but not least, we do a light versus dark and hashtag with Piggy Pens tube and Hollyberry colors. And I do not know what happened to my little cheat sheet paper. I'm a little scatterbrained the past few days, so I apologize for that. And also, this one was they do light and dark, and it was beauty versus booty, which meant beauty like mermaids and such like that, which is what I have here, and a booty mean like pirate ship, which would have been the dark, representing the dark, mermaids representing the light. I like to combine mine, so what I did was I generated pictures on an app, and then I took two of those pictures and I combined them, and I drew this. So this is my own drawing. It was a collab of two other pictures that I generated, and so this is an original, and this is the booty part, and this is the beauty part. I did gel markers, glitter gel markers, but this Gravy or Grabby brand. I did a pastel for the background, and I did gel sticks for the clouds. I also used Prismacolor pencils and some other metallic markers and such, and glitter gel pens. So I did a variety on here. And once again, that was for the light versus dark. Each month there's going to be a different theme, one for light, one for dark. You can either do one or the other if you find pages within theirs, because they, if you go on their channels, Piggy Pens Tube and Hollyberry Colors, if you go on their channels, they actually do videos to show which side they're representing and give you some examples of what you could color or find to represent either side or both, which I want to challenge myself, so I do both. And it's fun because every month is different, and I don't know what's coming up for June yet. I don't think. Oh, yes, I do know what's coming up for June. Oh, crap. And if I could remember it, it would be great. But I shall remember it by the time I do my June review of what I'm going to color for June tomorrow. I do know, I think it's hero versus villain. Hero being light, villain being dark. So I have come up with something that I also drew for that. And it's kind of a mashup, so I have both hero and villain covered for that. I love that challenge because it challenges me to get into my drawing, and it challenges me to think of things to mash together. And so now we're going into my regular coloring pages, which I will do my not spooky ones, creepy and sinister ones first. My color by number, I did I did a lot of Mother's Day references because it was May and Mother's Day. So this is what I did. The lemur, mother and baby. And it looks, oh yeah, well, this is color by number, so I'm thinking, oh, I missed a spot, but no, this is color by number. That's blank, and so it stays white. Out of the Animal Kingdom color by numbers. And okay, we got coloring book Goblin Core, which I did a mother and baby fairies with a representation of Mother's Day. And if you can see this background here, this is napkin that I decoupaged on this rim. And I think I might have done, I don't know if I've done them in this book or if I did them in another book, but I did quite a few others. Okay, I did quite a few others I'm going to show you, but there's also backgrounds on a budget. It's a video. I'm not sure if it's 20 or 21 that I did this type of background that you can do with just napkins. I try to find things that aren't too expensive to, you know, change it up a bit and make them fancy or however you want to do it. If you can't afford other name brand things that others can do that make their pages look different. I used Prismacolor pencils. I used Super Tips markers. I believe that is it. I don't think I did use any glitter gel pen on this one. And that was my page I wanted to do for the month. Now I'm going to show you some of the backgrounds that I already, the backgrounds around the edges that I said I was going to continue to do, possibly in this book and maybe in some of the other. Mythographic has these like border frames, and I will get to some shortly. Oh, that's because I'm leafing in another book here. Good Lord, I gotta get my craft together. Here's one that I did. The reason I like to do these is because now I have a color palette for a page I may not have had a color palette for. So I can go off of the color palette. Now this is, once again, this is decoupage napkin. Let's see if I have any. Okay, this one also. Now I try to balance it out with flowers and roses. And now I have the color palette I can go in with this. I'm believing that what I'll do for in here is make this gold. And then try to bring out this a little bit more. Maybe have a very dark pink background and then color off of that with light pink roses and such. So now I have, it helps me now that I have these so that I can use these colors to incorporate into each picture. I don't have to think about it. I just go off of these and then create. But it's fun. I mean, I never would have thought it. I don't know how I came up with it, but I did. So that's that. I have a ton of napkins. I mean, crazy amount. But from junk journaling. So now I have that. See? And to me, it's going to be a game changer only because now I have a head start to my backgrounds and I can pull from that border. Okay, now we're in an enchanted forest, and the one I did for this one was another Mother's Day, and it was another fairy and mother. It was those grabby markers. I think they're gel and metallic, and glitter and metallic. I mean, I also used Super Tips on this, and I used Prismacolor pencils. I'm not always so creepy. Okay, and in Fragile World, I actually got one done. One of Kirby's pages, I did the koalas, which I did in Color watercolor pencils and King Art gel sticks for the background. And I believe, and Prismacolor. I went over top once I did the Color watercolor pencils. I went over top with Prismacolor pencils. And because this is like almost like a 2-page spread, I just incorporated, as I did this, I went into the next page and did as much as I could to match. So they match once I get him, this funny guy, colored. Okay, that's for the nice, the nice and pretty ones. And now here we go, folks. Here's my creepiness coming through. with the Hannah Carlson book, Midnight Masquerade, also generously gifted to me by Elizabeth Vector. And this is my first page coloring in this, I believe. And this is a fur mama. Figuring she had a cat, so Mother's Day themed. A vampire fur mama. I used those grabby glitter markers, both metallic and glitter. And I used Prismacolor pencils and gel art sticks for the background. Also, I think I may have used, I'm not sure, but I think I may have used Color watercolor pencils also for the background of this, and then went over it with Prismacolor. And that's her for that. Macabre Masterpieces. I did this one, you know, grandmother, granddaughter. She's teaching her how to sew. Isn't that nice of her? She's handing down a skill, a trade. So she's teaching her how to be quiet, don't speak unless spoken to, and how to sew on buttons. These are mostly Color watercolor pencils, and then I also went in with Prismacolor. And I think I've done, yep, I've done, especially for the eyes. I don't know if you can see that little shimmer there. Those are those gravy markers. Okay. Let me see what else I got here. I got them all behind me, so I'm trying to grab them. In the Freak of Beauty, I apologize if you're a little squeamish on these, because these are a little, I did try to put the markers up here. Here, let me look. Good lordy Lou. Thank you for bearing with me on this. I'm a little, okay. It's got to be in here somewhere. It is there it is. A little baby for Mother's Day. In the womb, still hanging out, holding on to his umbilical cord. This I use Prismacolor pencils basically for everything. So that's that one. Okay. Dark art. Coming up next is another baby puppet, more or less. This was glitter and metallic gel pens, and Prismacolor pencils. He's surrounded by little toys and stuff. Creepily cute. And adorable creepy. I did this one. This one isn't too creepy because I did it for Memorial Day. And I used Prismacolor pencils and glitter gel pens for this one. And I do believe I used, what's it called? Soft pastels for the background, the chalk. Alrighty, we're going to go into my favorite book, this one. And I did Grandma again, getting into the little kids' heads and their dreams. And I used Prismacolor pencils, and I'm looking to see if I did anything else with this. No, I did not. And if you see a lot of this is not colored, this is my very first glow in the dark page that I did. If you can see, there is a shininess to this. Nothing adheres to it. It's supposed to be glow in the dark. I have no idea if it works, but maybe one day I'll check it out and see if it does. Okay. Mythagoria, Poison and Passion. I did another Fur Mama. This is a paint stick, gold paint stick, grabby, metallic and glitter markers, and Prismacolor pencils. She's got two skeleton kitty cat. I believe this is a kitty cat because of the ears. I could be wrong, but because this doesn't seem to have the same thing like this does. But who knows? Maybe that's a puppy dog. I can't tell. Maybe one's a dog and one's a cat, but I just assumed they were both cats. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't know what that extra stuff is up there. Okay, and we're coming down to my last one that I did was in the Backwards Records Beauty of Horror 7. And it's spoofing off of musical artists and their records. And this one was one of my favorite ones to do because I love horror so much. And this is a Psycho page. I mean, Mother's Day once again themed. And it's Norman Bates and his mother, Norma Jean, and their little pleasure palace here. I shouldn't say pleasure palace. I should say happy little motel, the murder motel, as you could call it. But this artist really did a good likeness of Norman on his face. But I used Prismacolor pencils and some gel pen. Or gel marker. Not gel marker. Get back. Super Tips. That's what I use for all the blood effects in it. And I did use some metallic gel pen there for the chrome on the wheels and such. And that is it for my May. I did have one more that I didn't do that I will show you. Once again, it was Dark Fairy Tales. I didn't get to it. And the one that I had picked out for Mother's Day type was this page, but I just didn't get to it. I would rather not get to one than to start it and not ever finish it. That's just my opinion. So yes, I am trying so hard to get this book colored in because I really like it. So I really need to work harder. I don't think I have anything picked out for June, although I haven't really looked in it. But I'm not sure what everybody's themes are for June. I'm trying to do summery things that you would do during the summer. Some of mine are carnival, going to the park, outdoor activities for June. And you'll see all that in tomorrow's video for that June plans. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me and going through what I have actually completed. And I was happy that I completed everything except for one, even though that one does bother me because I've done this 2 months in a row where I've gone into Kirby's Dark Fairy Tales and have not, I got one more I forgot to talk about, and I have not actually finished. So yes, that does bother me. I did this one yesterday for our Sinister Saturday. It was Inkla Spooky Cute because I had finished all my pages, so I just went into here. This is a line drawing. It says coloring without colors, just one black pen. And what happens with this is you get a picture that just has white lines on it, and you go over it with, you're supposed to go over with just one black marker, black pen like this. Well, I decided I was going to be different, of course. I did finish this one, but I didn't post a picture of it. But I did say I was going to. I'm sorry that I didn't. Things got away from me yesterday. And this is what I did. Glitter gel pens, of course, and I did all the background. The background colors is what I was trying to say. I did incorporate all the background colors into the line art itself. So I did a little different that time. I think I did another one in this book. Yep, so similar. This one really stood out. This kind of blends in, and maybe I wouldn't do the stuff again because he kind of blends into the background. And I did a little boo-boo on that page, but I think I will incorporate more like I did this one, where I do keep within the color scheme but make it darker colors so that the picture shows more. And now I am finished. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this, even though I was a little scatterbrained here and there. Please always stay happy, stay healthy, stay colorful, creative, and stay creepy now and then. It's okay, but stay true to yourself, stay strong, and stay tuned for my next video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this, subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much if you're already a subscriber. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.